at Tomorrowland with Tyas from Titanium Recordings. Son, how it was for you the last week of Tomorrowland?
It was good. I mean, it was ridiculously hot last week. So I think it was something. I think they were saying it was like 38 degrees outside, like 45 in the tent. So that's just insane. That's like playing like in the desert of Dubai. But it was still good. Like, it was still really cool. Tonight's going to be an awesome night because it's much cooler, and I think the people have a little bit more energy saved up from the rest of the day. So yeah, ready for a really nice hard one tonight.
The Tomorrowland people celebrate 10 years. What would you like to wish? Do you have anything special in your mind about this festival?
Well, I mean, this is probably easily the best festival in all of Europe. So yeah, I mean, a lot of definitely respect is due, because I mean, 10 years of this is insane, and it just gets bigger and bigger every year. Of course, more and more international people come every year. I mean, it just gets better. I'm wondering what they're going to do next year to top this. I mean, I know this is a special thing for 10 years, 2 weekends, and they go back to 1 weekend next year, but they're doing a third Tomorrowland, of course, next year. So, geez.
So you are packing your luggage maybe to Brazil?
Maybe. That would be pretty cool. That wouldn't be bad.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your latest single, is Unleashed?
Sure. I mean, it was going. This single is definitely back to my roots, what I'm definitely known for the best. And yeah, I mean, it was a very warm welcome back, especially from the fans and everything like that. So I can only say that the next few singles are going to be possibly even harder. And yeah, I've been really getting into the harder stuff now again. And it's been, you know, I needed to expand on my production techniques, and you're going to hear that a lot in the new tracks, and also I'll be doing several drum and bass tracks, not under my normal name, but yeah, but these kind of sounds are going to mix a little bit to increase, like, just kind of the harder edge of the sound.
Are you going to have any remixes on Unleashed, or it's going to be a single release?
No remixes. I mean, I never really understand these labels that do like 15 remixes and 8 of them sound exactly the same. So, I mean, the concept is, you know, new music. Bring new music. Stop remixing, like, you know, I mean, of course I'm going to still do remixes too, but I mean, like, just remixes are just kind of, I think the days of the remixes are slowly kind of winding down. I think it's more about new stuff and new sounds. If a remix is truly different, like, for example, if you do a banging trance track and you have a techno remix, that's cool. And that makes sense. But to have, you know, 5 mixes of a 140 trance track that are all 140 doesn't really make much sense.
Exactly. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your collaboration with Black Hole Recordings then? Are you going to carry on releasing on Black Hole separately and having tracks on Titanium? Just
because they like these tracks, they've wanted to release them on the Black Hole main imprint. I don't know how it's going to be in the future. It could change. I mean, we'll do some releases. If there's so many releases, of course, piled up on Black Hole, then we put it on Titanium. It's just a matter of what they want to release on their main imprint. So let's talk a little bit about your label. You have currently many releases, like every 2 weeks you have a new track? Pretty much every 2 weeks on Titanium, yeah. It's a little more than I would like, and I'm probably going to slow down come the fall. But at least I can say that every release that comes out right now, especially lately, has been just absolute quality, and it's going to continue that way for the next 2 months. So Alan Morris has his new single Rebellion, which is an absolute banger. Of course, Matt Skyer just had his release Reflections of Love, which was an absolutely beautiful trance tune. And yeah, everything's going really good. We got it. And upcoming still, we have a new Darren Porter single that's not been even previewed yet. And among other things, we got a new Ian Standerwick versus Brian Flynn single, a new Tangle single. Yeah, lots of stuff coming up. Is it difficult to find new music, or do you see that there are a lot of new producers coming with new ideas and interesting tracks to release? Or you have to fill in a release schedule and you release some middle ground tracks too? No, it's easy to find new tracks. It's hard to find new great tracks. And especially in the last 2 months, we've really tightened up on what we're letting come through and what we're going to be releasing. And oh yeah, of course we have a Matt Bowditch tune that's going to be coming out too, which is also beautiful, awesome. But it's just a matter of, yeah, I mean, having the ability to say no is a lot more important than having the ability to say yes now.
exactly. And is your collaboration with Black Hole influenced Titanium? Is the people decide if the track will be released, or is it your own label to do whatever you like?
It's our own label. I can do whatever I like.
Okay, it's like your own thing. You release whatever you.
Well, I mean, if the track is pure shit, then I'm sure the label's going to say, "Don't you dare." But yeah, they're really cool with me. They've given me.
In you, is it? So
yeah, and I believe in them too. So yeah.
That's true. Are you going to release any vocal track soon, like the latest one that you have done?
That's not really the focus. But if it's a great vocal tune that comes along and the vocal is cool, then yeah, I'd put it out. But that's not the focus.
And would you like to tell us a little bit about your radio show, how it's going? Are you happy with it?
Titanium Sessions is going actually really good. Switched over to di.fm. I'm loving the feedback I'm getting from the switch over. It's yeah, it's going really nice. I mean, After Hours was fantastic, but I just wanted a different slot, and yeah, I just wanted to change things up a little bit.
Do you see those radio shows to have a future then, with all the Spotifys and stuff like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you see internet radio stations carry on working?
Well, I mean, I don't use Spotify, so I'm definitely one of the people that don't use it. And I still use internet radio. For example, if I'm just hanging out in my house or whatever, I'll put my Apple TV on and I put on my favorite internet radio stations. And these work really well. And Spotify is not on my Apple TV, so yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot. I think there's plenty of people in my case that have never used Spotify and barely know. I actually barely know how it works.
And have you changed anything in your studio? Remember your studio we visited?
Oh, true, you did. Yeah, I've changed a lot. Of course, I've moved, so it's of course in a new house, and yeah, the studio's nice. I mean, I'm loving the new studio setup because there's no windows. It's completely blocked off. I'm cut off from the outside world, and it's exactly how I like it. My influence now comes from just going and listening to new stuff. I mean, from every genre. I mean, if you don't take influence from everywhere, I think you're limiting yourself. So that's really where I'm at now. I'm just listening to as much as I can in a short span of free time that I do have, and seeing what kind of ideas develop.
Okay, and are you going to have something special for your DJ set tonight at Tomorrowland?
Oh yeah, tonight will be a very different set from last Friday's set because I wanted to make sure it was not repeated. I don't want to talk any shit about any of the DJs, but I'm assuming like half the DJs here are playing probably the same exact set that they played last week. And what I would like to do is do a kind of like a different color set. So you're going to see a darker set tonight. Okay. And last week was definitely the brighter set. So.
Other places that you have played this summer and you are going to play in August?
Well, let's see. I mean, I've been to Ibiza already a couple times this summer. It's been brilliant every time. Going back over to America starting next month, and then every month for the next 4 months after that. I think I go at least 1 or 2 weekends a month to America, which I'm so excited about because, of course, I'm from there. So it's kind of like a homecoming every time. And what else? Going over to Asia a couple times more over the next couple of months, which I'm very excited about. And finally, back to Australia. I hope I'm allowed to say that already. But yeah, back to Australia towards the end of the year. So yeah, plenty more things coming up. And yeah, also to Cyprus a couple times.
Oh wow, wonderful!
Yeah, so
love Cyprus.
Yes, beautiful place, and yeah, basically just looking forward to just kind of finishing off the year. The end of the year is going to be insane. So I mean, I wish I was able to think. I'm horrible on camera. I can't really think normally, but I know there's a lot more that I'm probably not even getting to, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for not mentioning. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for this interview.
My pleasure.
Would you like to give any message to the people that they watch this?
Well, thank you for watching, Flux BPM viewers, and yeah, I'm thinking about. I'm going to try to record the set tonight, so hopefully that'll be available for download. If not, well, if it's not, then I wasn't allowed.